my life.
The story of our lives is written deep within the walls of the places we've lived in.
Oh my God.
Some things don't change all that much.
Stepping into an old home unlocks deeply evocative memories.
But there's happy memories.
This is mad!
Shall we go in?
Oh, come on.
I'm taking 8 Irish personalities on a journey to discover how the places they've lived in
Never ever dreamt I'd come back here.
Can we go in there?
have shaped their lives forever.
It takes your breath away, you know.
This week, I'm taking the belle of ballroom dancing and Dancing with the Stars judge Loraine Barry on a tour through the halls of her past. Loraine is one of the most successful Irish ballroom dancers of all time. Over a 40-year career, she has won 2 world championships and is now one of the most sought-after dance coaches in the world. For the past 4 years, Irish viewers have loved watching Lorraine's no-nonsense judging on hit show Dancing with the Stars.
Loraine Barry. Great to see you. You look
And
divine.
you. Thank you.
Well, you are certainly at home on the set of the biggest TV show.
Yes.
But I wanted to find out a bit more about other places you've called home.
Okay.
So, these are the keys to your life.
Oh my goodness.
Would you like to dance back in time with me?
Oh, I would love to dance back in time
Brilliant.
with you.
Let's do it.
Lovely. Thank you.
Mwah.
Keys to my life.
Buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride.
It might be.
Loraine Barry's story starts here, in 1970s Cabra, a sprawling Dublin suburb north of the Liffey. The daughter of dressmaker Caroline and taxi driver Jerry, Loraine was an energetic and outgoing kid, full of life and confidence.
One thing that was really special was this lamppost.
Really?
Oh, yeah. We would get our rope.
Oh,
And then we would, like, scurry up there, get our rope, and then we would swing around it.
Yeah, we did that. So it's literally swinging off a lamppost.
Absolutely. And smacking your head. Bang. Every
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Innocent, simple times.
Yes. Good times.
Yeah. So, this is where the magic began.
This is it.
This is the house you grew up in.
Yeah.
So how does it make you feel looking at this house?
Emotional. It's home. It means everything to me. It's mum and dad. It's fun, happy times. It's just the memories, you know. My dad's not with us anymore. 39 means a lot.
Well, these are the keys to your life.
Yes.
And this is the front door on the start of your journey. Shall we go in?
Yes, definitely. Ah. Come on in.
Lorraine's childhood home is still in the family. And with her dad now passed and her mum in hospital, Lorraine's clearly emotional sharing the memories it holds for her.
Instantly, I go straight back to a 6-year-old in her ball gown. How did that all begin?
There was a local studio, a new studio opening for dance lessons. And Mammy said, yeah, let's go. And immediately fell in love with it.
So it seems to me it was your mum's idea for you to dance, but then it turned into a workshop for her.
It did, because she became the main dressmaker. She made wedding dresses and communion dresses. That was her real job. And then she had to do our dresses.
So your dad was a taxi driver, that was his profession.
It was.
So he's funding all this dancing, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He would continue working from the Saturday night into Sunday morning. But then, of course, Sunday was the day of the competition. So he would stay up all morning with us, drive us to the competition, and then I'd go in and dance. And then he'd sleep in the car.
Wow.
I know.
What a great man.
I know.
They really sacrificed, didn't they?
They did. They really worked so well as a team together because the dancing was so demanding of having the dresses, having the travel, and probably having space in the house for the trophies.
That's such a problem for me, Loraine. Where am I going? I can't live here. There's nowhere to put me trophies.
I want to jog Lorraine's memory a little further with the help of my magic light box.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There's the proof. There's the proof.
It's like she's making
Yeah, there's the proof.
big bird buried in feathers.
Getting the feathers on the dress, exactly. Look at that. Now that's cute.
How old are you there?
Oh, that's young, 9.
Who's the dude?
That's Gary Ryan, my first boy partner. You know, I used to dance with a girl. It was all about getting a boy partner.
Were you both identified as really key talent now that needed partners to go all the way?
Yes, I think very much so.
Yeah.
And as you can see, 3 trophies down. We did good.
At the age of 15, Loraine was making a big splash in the amateur dancing world. She had her boy partner Gary, and they were winning competitions, a lot of which took place here in Dublin's Archbishop Byrne Hall.
This is where I dance.
So this is the next key to your life.
Really?
Shall we go in?
Yes. Wow. Oh my God. This is exactly how it was. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. I think this was where I danced my first competition.
And you came here to compete because you had a partner?
Yes.
What was his name?
Gary Ryan.
So I'm going to take you right back to 1973-74, right?
Yes.
Is this him? Surprise! Hey!
This is mad! Gary Ryan! I can't believe it.
It's been almost 40 years since Loraine last saw Gary.
It's years since we've been here.
Yeah. Do you remember the first day?
I do. Do you
Yeah.
remember? Our mums were all here and everything.
And my mother come over to me and she
yeah.
said, see that girl down there? I want you to go and ask her to dance. Huh? And when my mother said that, you did it.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. And on you went to great things, to
We
really,
did.
really great
We did,
things.
yeah.
We did, didn't we?
So we went through juvenile, junior,
And then we
South
did the
Up and
come
amateur,
dancing
and
together.
then come dancing as well, yeah.
Well, you know, I do believe they get younger all the time. Gary and Loraine are both just 16.
Could you possibly reprise a little dance for me?
Oh my God. Of course we could. What could we do?
Mine could, the body might.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 39, dancing the Belita, Gary Ryan and Loraine Barry. I've always wanted to do that!
And then up, yeah.
That's it.
And then 1, 2,
3. Oh, that's
1,
it.
2,
Oh my God. That's it. Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
it. That was
and
it.
again, 1, 2.
I remember. Oh my God. And then we joined together.
Yeah, we did.
Do you still dance?
No, I'm dancing 40 years.
While Gary hung up his dance shoes, Loraine was destined for bigger competitions and other boy partners. In 1981, she packed her bags and moved to England to dance with Andrew Sinkinson. On the dance floor, they won every amateur competition going. And off the dance floor, they quickly became romantically involved and bought their first home together here in Croydon, South London.
So, it's the late 80s, and Loraine Barry's doing really well.
Very well.
So well that you can afford to buy your first home. Okay, well, this is...
Are we going in?
Yeah. Keys. That's what it's all about.
Okay, you're coming in with me, though.
Of course.
Good gosh. This is tough. Oh my God. Oh my God. Same. Oh my God. Whew, it takes your breath away, you know? Huge memories. Good and bad.
Is there a feeling that's got the same feeling?
Yeah, it does. But what's interesting is just where you're standing. There's a chain on the door. Yeah.
Oh, and is that the same chain?
That's the chain that my dad put on the door.
So nearly 30 years ago.
Yeah. So when I heard the rattle of that chain, I just remembered my dad. Yeah, yeah.
After 12 months living here, Loraine and Andrew got married. And that same year, they turned professional and took on the world.
Croydon, and they are Andrew and Loraine Sinkinson.
Oh, look.
Look at that.
So this is
1991. It's the UK Dance Championships. You can see it just written up there. We had just turned professional here.
Oh, look at your line.
Yeah,
Look at that.
yeah.
Andrew and Loraine, another high-class British performance, and they've got married as well since we saw them in last year's competition.
It's interesting when you look back, you can actually see what people were saying about how we were as a couple, the role of the man, the woman, the balance of the couple. And dare I say it, the beauty of the couple as well. Even I can acknowledge that.
Dancing the Waltz
Gorgeous.
from Andrew and Loraine Sinkinson.
But that dream was short-lived.
Oh my gosh, the bed's in the same place.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. It's weird. It's funny, my legs are shaking. Yeah, my legs are shaking. It's just sad the way it ended, you know. It is, it's sad. I can remember being in this bedroom and actually getting out of that bed at about 4 o'clock in the morning and leaving with the car keys and driving because there was a phone call during the night and I couldn't cope with it.
So I'm presuming the phone call is another woman.
Another woman, yep,
Okay.
definitely. Another woman, and I answered it, of course.
Oh, you answered it?
Yes, yeah, I did. And this was like really, you know, the breaking point between us now.
Sadly, Andrew and Loraine separated in 1993, but continued to be dance partners for another agonising 18 months.
For me, it was like everything was falling down around me. And everybody wanted us to continue dancing together, and so I was prepared to try. But it just became too difficult. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I think it's a very
You know?
unique situation to have to dance with somebody competitively, to be physically together when you're breaking up. That would make a person crazy. I'm sorry, that's
There were times of craziness.
And how did the dance world treat you after it ended?
Well, it was difficult. Certain teachers didn't want me to split up with Andrew. They wanted me to dance with him. So in the end, they asked me not to come back to the studio.
Oh my goodness. So Andrew's success in competition was more important than your happiness.
Well, they had put so much into us as professionals, and they were trying to save the partnership, and I was trying to save myself. But then there was the fear inside. I mean, a real fear of being a failure. Even to your parents.
Yeah.
Of letting your parents down.
When they've worked so hard for you to
To
succeed.
support you. And I just wanted to get out, but I didn't know how to get out, and I was afraid to get out. Because I thought, if the door closes, will another door open? Is this the end of everything? Will I ever dance again?
So you quite happily leave here then, yeah?
Yeah, I'm quite happy to leave here. Are we ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go for a drink.
Oh, good, that's a good idea.
Coming up, winning the World Championships, falling in love again, and a dream life in Italy that turned into a nightmare.
My friends told me he was having an affair.
Okay.
He denied it.
I'm taking the Queen of Ballroom, Loraine Barry, on a nostalgia-filled tour of the homes she's lived in, which have shaped her incredible and fascinating life. But before we continue on the next part of her journey, I have a little surprise.
So when did you learn to drive?
In the 1980s.
Who taught you?
Oh, my dad. He was a man full of patience.
Really?
No. No.
What was your first car?
A Fiesta.
A Fiesta. Was it anything like this?
Oh, my goodness. This is the Fiesta.
Come on.
Gosh. Oh, this brings back memories.
Let's start her up.
Now.
There we go. Now.
Okay.
Here's our first incident.
Now, here. Oh.
Oh, it's been a while.
It really does bring back a lot of memories. You know, lovely memories of my dad. And of course, I was sharing this car with my mother, the little Fiesta. I didn't tell everyone I was sharing it.
Of course you didn't.
I was like, it's my car.
And it had a sunroof, did it?
It did. It had a sunroof.
Who's your woman think she is?
Exactly. And I did my eventual driving test in England and failed the first time.
I did my driving test in England.
And did you fail the first time?
I did get one thing wrong.
Well, this actually is not about you. This is about me, this program. So we'll cut that piece out, I hope. As you chug around this roundabout.
The next stage of Lorraine's story takes place in 1994. Having separated from Andrew, she started dancing with Luca Baricci. His Italian good looks and clean lines on the dance floor had her falling head over heels. 3 years later, they were married in a secret ceremony on the paradise island of St. Lucia.
You may kiss your bride.
As a couple, they were madly in love, and as dancers, they were unstoppable.
Luca and Loraine Barry.
They went on to win 2 World Championships and 3 British Open Championships before retiring in 2001 and moving to Luca's hometown in Italy.
So, it's 2002, and Loraine Barry has retired from professional competitive ballroom dancing.
Yes.
And you find yourself in the foothills of Italy.
Yes. It was to come back to Italy because Luca had already lived in England for over 10 years. And he sold me this beautiful fairy tale. You know, we'll come here, we'll live, we'll start our family, and we'll open up the studio.
So you put blood, sweat and tears into building this house and building a home here.
Yes. Everything I had went into this.
So this is the dream.
This is the dream. It's a beautiful place.
It's sitting here empty.
It's sitting here empty, everything's overgrown. Ah, yes.
Wow. And above the door?
There's a stone, a special stone, and it's got LB on it. Can you see it?
For Loraine Barry.
Yeah. Well, his name was Luca Baricci, and I was Loraine Barry, so LB was for both of us. And I look at it now, and it's just the saddest thing.
To understand Lorraine's heartache and frustration, I want to take her 3 miles down the road to the apartment she lived in while they were building their dream home.
This was the first apartment that we bought in Italy.
Well, I'm not going to lie, this was a tricky one.
Oh, no way.
But we managed to.
No way, we're not going in there.
We're going in.
Oh, no.
Let's do it together.
How many keys do you have? Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. I remember coming in.
Wow. Compact.
Yes. That is exactly the same kitchen. Oh, my goodness.
Did you put this kitchen in?
Yes. Yes. This is exactly the same kitchen. Yes. This is years old. This is a sliding door. Look. I remember. Yes. Oh my gosh. Same bathroom. This is the same. Exactly the same bathroom. Gorgeous. I remember standing in here and I colored my hair.
In here.
In here. And I had this feeling that I was pregnant.
No.
Yeah. Right here. Right here. And I went and bought a test and I was. That was my first pregnancy.
And is that a happy memory?
Yes, it was. I mean, I was delighted. I told Luca.
And he was happy?
Yes, he was very happy. But sadly, that year, you won't believe this date, but sadly on that year, Christmas Eve, I had a miscarriage.
In this apartment?
No, in Dublin.
Okay.
We went to Dublin for Christmas and we were going to the 6 o'clock mass and I was pains in my stomach, really like cramps. And my mother said, just stay at home and relax. Everyone else went to mass and we ended up in the Rotunda hospital. Just coming up to 3 months.
I'm so sorry.
It's just this mirror
Loraine and Luca's dream of starting a family was never to materialise. They distracted themselves by entering the lucrative world of dance coaching, travelling regularly throughout Asia and America, where the duo were highly sought after.
Having been in Italy and living in Italy, Luca didn't like it. He really liked being in America and he liked riding motorbikes. I felt, he was coming up to 40 and I felt he was having this crisis, and he said, I've got a lot on my mind, and life and, where we are and, we didn't have a family and, I love you, but I'm not really in love with you now. And I was like, hold on a second, and he said, I need to leave.
How did it end?
My friends told me he was having an affair.
Okay.
He denied it. And she was my student. And he said, you can believe all the rumours you want. He said, I am just taking time out and I will be home. And that was on a Sunday. I got a message on Monday morning as I was flying that he had had an accident on the motorbike with the girl on the back of the bike. And unfortunately, she passed away.
Oh my God.
And she was 30 years of age.
Oh my God. So what did you do after that? What happened? Oh.
Well, I was in shock. I remember, everything was just black. This was traumatic for him, for me, for everybody. It was a horrendous, hideous time, And I said, right, I got to survive this. And so I started again. I started going out teaching.
You are amazing. Amazing to survive that. I love you, Loraine Barry.
I need lots of hugs.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
By walking away from her relationship with Luca and starting her life all over again, Loraine also had to walk away from her dream house on the hill. And it still sits here, locked up and empty. Lorraine's story is one of huge loss and heartache. But I'm glad to say it's all ended well for this amazing woman from Cabra West. I'm meeting her here today in her happy place in affluent St John's Wood, London, in a beautiful £4 million mews she shares with her partner of 5 years.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello, beautiful. Mwah. Wow.
Come on in. This
Wow.
is it.
What? Oh my goodness. What a TARDIS.
Like it?
Yeah, love it so much. Stunning.
This is the kitchen, and a little surprise in the kitchen.
Hi.
Peter!
I'm Brendan.
I'm Peter. Nice to meet you, Brendan.
Nice to meet you
as well.
Thank you.
Well, welcome to the house.
It's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Very,
It is.
very nice indeed.
Yeah.
So, how did you guys meet?
We met in Chicago Airport.
You're like a pair of teenagers, you don't mind
Oh,
me saying.
really?
Yeah, the energy is very good, yeah.
No, we met in Chicago Airport, and we realised we were both on our way to Hong Kong.
And then we both got into the plane separately, but
Yes.
then we ended up in the same
same
cabin, a
cabin.
few seats away from each other.
Wow.
So that was really strange too, wasn't it?
16-hour flight from Chicago.
Wow. Good work.
Long
Which
way,
I slept.
long way. She slept all the way down.
The love and happiness between Peter and Loraine is palpable, and I think it's rather telling that Peter has nothing to do with the dance world. Once again in life, the fabulous Loraine Barry has picked herself up, dusted off her ego, and fought her way back to the top.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you've been affected by any of the issues in Lorraine's story in Keys to My Life, please log on to rte.ie/support, where you're going to find helpline information. Details are going to follow on screen shortly.